little chihuahua between his legs, and then I'm going to proceed to
his eye tonight. What King Corbin said surely lit a fire inside the big dog. Here come Rude and Ziggler. King Corbin was right. They've lost respect. Spear to Ziggler.
To your king.
Beat Roman Reigns. The big dog has been broken. Presented by Progressive, your first round to Friday Night SmackDown. Befitting of a king, the king of the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. Long look at the man who will fearlessly lead Team. You forget Roman Reigns is on that team? I didn't forget Roman Reigns on the... Who told you that? King Corbin? That's a sedan chair. And being greeted in the ring by the men who... Of course, you're speaking as far as psychologically help King Corbin. It's nice to see King Corbin fortifying the SmackDown locker room.
Need to pay respects to your king. Brave and wise superstars who come. Now, I want to talk to you all about one of the, and that's ability to tell all of it's necessary to hear the truth. Roman Reigns wasn't the man he used to be. Just a shell of the man he once was. Like most of you. Roman Reigns' yard, it is my kingdom. And as your king, I declare on its Survivor Series in the battle against Raw and NXT.
There's graphics for it. It's very official.
Tonight, we right that wrong.
That's true. That's a great point, Your Royal Highness. Leadership every step of the way. Now, the only reason running with Roman Reigns, and everybody knows that they...
You're absolutely right. And tonight, we rectify that Roman Reigns was doing things. Guys like Ali. Well, stuff like that isn't going to...
Tonight, Rude, you and I... These two, G and Ali, not only SmackDown, and you know that is gonna be absolute.
Hey, and to bear witness to this here right now. I mean, look, if we're Terry Ring right now. So don't be a dog.
Real mature. Good job, King. King's Court has a royal mascot. The big dog. The wrongs of the SmackDown Kingdom. How can you not be excited? Embarrassing. This mascot joined some of the all-time of them. It is Thanksgiving season. Could be the gobbledygooker. Could always be.
Shake.
This is ridiculous. Shake and Cole. Survivor Series team on the line, live next. Very special guests.
This is the ultimate show.
Step backstage. Get your piece of the action.
Guess who took us literal tears?
What are we doing?
In 3, surprise. 2, 1.
I change the culture. I'll see you.
CM Punk, who says, I'm not going to break the internet. I'm going to break them Eastern on FS1. Meanwhile, backstage, 2 spots on the Survivor Series SmackDown King Corbin. It is of the utmost importance to have you. You're not going to comment on the fact that there is a stuffed dog sitting here as intelligent and keeps the house safe. And here's a nice takedown by and who made himself the captain of the SmackDown team by Shorty G. Shorty G and Ali felt very disrespected, and he the team representing SmackDown.
Take nothing away from Shorty G or importance.
Tag made. Here comes Dolph Ziggler. Let's not forget what Ali G defeated Corbin at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view event. Shorty G record.
Nice deep arm drag by Shorty G, who also banished the
Ali, the man who preaches hope.
Forced to be reckoned with a rising star, impresses the WWE Universe night after night. Listen, Ali's never going to find his way into the graces of the kingdom. Decisively dispatched of Roman Reigns. Roman probably agreed to take a step back.
The locker room that he's no longer a locker room leader. I don't hear anybody else say
goodness.
Ziggler taken out. Ali cover to keep his spot at the Survivor Series.
Athleticism possessed by Mustafa Ali. Beautiful head scissors.
That man, King Corbin, said he doesn't want his SmackDown team representing Ali.
It's even worse than just an actual basketball player. It's a guy cosplaying.
A cheap shot to Mustafa Ali. Remember, SmackDown Raw elimination matchups, 5 men on each team.
Exactly, and here we're feeling of having a unified team representing Friday nights.
I do have Roman on the team as well. Let's not forget the Monster Among Men. Lips first into the cowl of our announce table, and just like that,
the decision to have Ali on the team. Ali took his eye off the ball with
Here comes the big dog! What? Sick your dog on him, King! Sick your dog on him! We're back live on Friday night support of Shorty G and Mustafa Ali, who battled Robert Roode.
The fact that Roman Reigns himself has doubts about the abilities of Ali.
Corbin was making fun of him with a stuffed dog.
But at the Survivor Series, the odds may not. Team NXT.
And a cheap shot to Shorty G. Cover! To go to men will be representing that team. It'll be Randy Orton, Ricochet, Andrade. Nonetheless, Ziggler with the famouser to Ali. Cheap shot.
This one out. Take 2 spots on Team SmackDown.
Mustafa Ali met Ziggler with a super kick of his own. And Roman Reigns, who's had success, as we mentioned before, with
Ali just a little bit faster, takes it
on the SmackDown team at Survivor Series. And Shorty G,
possessed by Shorty.
The man who took King Corbin to the fired up here tonight. And that's what you gotta like about Shorty. Next isn't enough to head to Survivor Series a week from Sunday. Big Dog fired up out here tonight. Don't think he hasn't been embarrassed, and that he is.
Stay on him, baby. There we go.
We saw King Corbin.
Double team. The zigzag. Cover now.
King Corbin is beside himself. A super kick from Dolph Ziggler. Can't quite finish the submission. There it is. Dolph Ziggler in the center of the
matchup for his team, but has the damage been done to the ankle? Robert Roode is barking at the King. Corbin! And now Robert Roode! Ali sends Roode over the table! Laid out by the big dog! That had to feel good for Roman. Made by Mustafa Ali. Ali's legal. Shorty G. Ali and Shorty G are still going to Survivor.
I'll be completely honest with you, working the closing moments. It gives me a little bit of confidence that maybe
right there. Watch this. Shorty G with the roll through into the German
crown jewel as part of Team Hogan. Ali and
Shorty. 3/5 of the team that'll represent SmackDown at Survivor, as will the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman. But we have a rematch from last week with the tag team former champs, the Revival, still to come tonight.
And Nikki Cross has gone on up a match. All Nikki Cross has to do is beat the SmackDown.
Miz TV here tonight because the Miz, the special guest, will be involving the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Of course, there is a King.
He's trying to lead the team to defend the kingdom of SmackDown at Survivor.
And I want to take you back to last week on Friday Night SmackDown, and the Daniel Bryan would refuse.
You don't, and you want to move forward with what?
We're really glad that you're our friend.
because then your parents are liars, so just let me in. Better. Still to come is my favorite show, Miss T. Daniel Bryan. I'll be watching.
You're a friend, and this is a friendship that'll never.
How are we, Manchester?
I think it should be us two as a tag team together.
That's not what he meant. I think what he meant. God, the B team. B should stand for boneheads. Monster among men.
6'8", 385
Ladies and gentlemen, please
pounds.
into Strowman and Tyson Fury last week, the B team, and also a man who's had some run.
Team lacking brains. Drew Gulak more than makes up for one of the future of what? 3, just to be completely honest.
Well, at least Gulak was smart enough to surround himself with 2 of them.
Easy there, Strowman. See, the B team's with me. This is very simple for you to understand. So here is what. At Survivor Series, take a look. Against Tyson Fury that I thought you would. Left to learn.
Now a 3-on-1 situation for the monster among men, Braun Strowman, and he just Drew Gulak. Big boot right to the face, and here now.
I don't know why Braun took such offense. There probably are a lot of lessons he could stand.
Face off. And Strowman. And if you're Team Monday Night Raw or Team Eddie, the blue brand at Survivor Series a week.
Someone from NXT could have their very first encounter
with the SmackDown on Fox is sponsored by Progressive, making it easy.
The Revival, and tonight you defend those titles in a rematch against
Biggs Tiddly-Bit Pork. Is Megan Thee Stallion defeat your Patriots in 2018 to become...
But Kayla, to answer your original question, do we think that we can do this here without Xavier in physical form? He's always here. And here titles in honor of Xavier Woods, and we will remain yours.
Yes, if you will. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Don't you dare be sour. Clap of power.
Gold last week that they brought relevancy back to the Revival
Would certainly argue with that assessment, but we are
no doubt that the New Day can be considered among the greatest tag team champions.
As a matter of fact, the last time we were here,
The New Day and their power of positive night SmackDown.
Daniel, hey. For you to join your fellow artists and still you remain. I think you need to give us an answer tonight. I think it's obvious more than ever. I want you with us. Cesaro wants you with us. Nakamura. It's $1 million question.
Attack. I've been thinking about this all week. And if you're...
We all do. We do.
Then why did you run away?
Look, I knew you were going to bring that up. I could practically feel you right behind me, and the only reason I ran was to get Nakamura.
Not joining your group. You need someone else, and I have the perfect person. Braun Strowman. He's the guy.
Braun Strowman.
He's
Is
your
that
guy.
a joke, Dan?
He's your guy.
Are you joking? Right? Big and strong. He has nothing to offer. Quiet. You're so quiet. Hey. Big and quiet. We're going to think about that. We should think about that. Let's mull it over. Okay, Shinsuke. Okay, let's go. Okay.
Nonetheless, the New Day here they're set to defend their
tonight, as it will be New Day versus the Undisputed Era versus
the champions in a triple threat at Survivor Series, which is can work. And by the new Audible Original 64th man, Cena. The New Day got you all out of sorts after they hit you with the pan. The following contest scheduled for one. Introducing the challengers, Scott Dawson and tag.
So the Revival say that they are here for one reason, to take dare, quote, be sour, to use a New Day expression. They're going to come out here
Beating people up and being the best in the business.
So, you know, I have on your podcast after the bell this week, Corey, basically trying to stir.
Well, I was actually very complimentary of the abilities of Big E. I think he...
I don't think you'll find a team in the world today that can double team.
Wilder and Dawson out of the gates fast. Have the ring essentially.
Kingston into the bridge cover. Kick out by Kofi at 2. So confident, so cocky, despite the fact that they lost.
Professional. Very rarely will you see Wilder or Dawson make a mistake because
WWE Tour and back here tonight in Philadelphia for Friday nights.
He took a lot out of himself on the landing from the dropkick. Needs badly to make the
town partner. And again, Kingston gold. The Revival wanted a rematch. New Day said, hey, we're fighting champions. We're going to be aggressive. Wilder tag to Dawson. And again,
Wilder is like clockwork, just so smooth, seamlessly.
But he home, and this could be the opportunity that Kofi Kingston needs. Tag. Yeah. And another.
Big E, watch the height on this splash. He's going to be. Wilder still feeling the effects. Nearly 300 pounds.
Back of the knee, and now trying to take Big E off his feet.
Hard move, trying to chop.
And Dawson has to kick out at 2.
Driving Scott Dawson nearly through the mat.
Got it, Wilder. Dawson.
Oh no, stay down, Dawson.
By Wilder. Is it enough here to win the tag team titles? And Big E at time.
The neck of Big E's about as thick as his thighs. Hard to knock him out.
Wilder using everything he's got. Oh, Big E, both men down, collision center of the ring.
Kingston, unsure of his position in the corner at the moment.
Kingston meets Dawson with a boot to the face. Kofi now up top rope. Dawson stunned.
Kingston ready to take flight here. Sacrificing his well-being.
The New Day perhaps looking for the midnight hour. What?
Dawson swinging wildly.
Oh, and he plants him. DDT cover. Dawson can't believe it. He thought it was a 3 count that close.
First, the tornado DDT. Second, a snap DDT from Scott.
Randy!
A little homage to the Viper.
Yeah, but not going to happen. This is how you do a double team. Into the post face first. And out Big E. Big E may be out. The Revival could be closing in on tag team goals with a shatter machine. To win things up for the New Day. All 4 men down middle of the ring.
Not been for Kingston at the last minute.
For the New Day SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The Undisputed Era, the NXT Champion, the NXT North America, Bobby Fish, the NXT Tag Team Champs are here.
This is an all-out mugging. The takeover continues.
And this time it's the Undisputed Era.
Took them long enough.
And the NXT's Undisputed
Damage has been done. The message has been sent.
NXT, and over the past couple of weeks, it's made its brand felt.
Boy, there ain't nobody better.
Friday Night SmackDown on Fox is in the city. Would have been proud of what went down moments ago in the middle of the system.
How apropos in the city where a revolution began. Team title match. Adam Cole and Roderick Strong at first, joined by Bucks to not one, but both teams involved until the locker room.
Tucker, you saw them force NXT out of the Wells Fargo. Tibbs and Kip Stevens here tonight. Starting things off for Heavy Machinery. Willing to
good health insurance policy.
And there's the double tag. Here comes Tucker.
Tucker, the brains of the
Machinery. Double vertical suplex by Otis and absolute powerhouse of a takedown.
Certainly both Tucker and Otis have the amateur wrestling credentials to be a... You ever met a tough guy in your life named Kip Cole?
He takes out both Kip and Kevin. Oh, and there was a wicked close. Buddy Cop movie.
Straight out of the 80s.
But he's going to make a tag. And here comes Otis.
I heard a story.
Fun and effective. Elbow to the
Oh, Kip, we thought you would have learned by now.
Time for the very unique way to go into the cover. Nonetheless, heavy machinery with the ring.
Tucker and Otis, certainly a sight to behold. See here on SmackDown Live, Miz TV with very special guests.
Daniel Bryan's situation with Bray Wyatt and, of course, The Fiend. In the women's division as well. Want to take you back to last week on Friday. Nowhere, Corey, the NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler. What a
champion.
And then the story would move to Monday Night Raw. Shayna Baszler
and an uber-aggressive Bayley recently. But be careful.
Remember what Bayley and Sasha Banks said about putting the women's division on home and take out Shayna on Shayna's turf.
Baszler was getting presence felt at the expense of the NXT Women's Champion.
Remember, it's
Baszler and Bayley cannot wait to prove who is the preeminent women's champ, Sasha Banks. Bayley, as we forced to be reckoned with. Now, these attacks and this match feel extremely perfect.
And now Shayna and Becky will never think of me as an afterthought ever about me. I don't care about my opponent or joy. So nothing is going to make me happier
to be on Team SmackDown. Because I beat her last week and her losses. Well, tonight, I'm going to let Bayley go out there all by herself.
And after I beat Nikki again, maybe I'll join Team. I got this, dude. Thanks.
Must beat the SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley to join Team SmackDown.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one Raw.
You know, Corey, Sasha Banks says she needs people with drive on her team.
Ross can remove all doubt and she can knock off the SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley Survivor Series.
We kick things off tonight with a tag team match to determine two of the members of team matchup.
King Corbin would attempt to lend a hand to Robert Heartbeat. Keep your eyes peeled for Ali.
Whoa. Wouldn't end there. The spear from the big dog, and now back into the ring. Shorty G with a beautiful German suplex.
Cohesive pass, knocking off Dolph Ziggler and protecting their spots on Team SmackDown.
Series weekend, 4 straight nights in Chicago. And it happens next, and Shorty G against the King, Rude and Ziggler, live to represent the women on Team SmackDown at Survivor Series.
Sasha Banks, the cap. It's going to be quite a challenge, though.
Bayley, of course, and for Bayley,
opponent from San Jose, California.
And Corey, as Bayley said earlier tonight, this has become very personal.
Listen, that mindset has certainly led to a very motivating. We've seen Shayna Baszler appear at a moment's notice. Bayley
and Sasha Banks as part of the SmackDown Women's team at Survivor.
Just like that, Bayley able to turn the tables.
And it is here. Bayley realizing that heads to higher ground in the ring. And now
it's the smart one if you're Bayley.
And Bayley going to escape through the
Dakota Kai, Mia Yim, and Tegan Knox from NXT.
Champion sends Bayley back into the ring.
Remember, just this Wednesday night, Bayley
retaining Baszler.
A game of one-upsmanship right now.
Yeah, and now and look who's here. The rest of the SmackDown Women's Rush. SmackDown was ready here tonight. And that's Baszler held the ring here in Philly.
You guys want the spotlight? Now.
I like that idea. Brooke on the other side, the women of NXT, the women in the ring, Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai prides herself on her striking ability. Always got to watch out for
Wednesday night on NXT.
Just 2 nights ago, you have to imagine Mia Yim. She is.
Here comes Carmella. Carmella and Dana Brooke earned their opportunity on the team's Carmella.
Mia Yim, very, very powerful, never afraid to mix it up.
FS1, Renee Young, Booker T, as part of WWE Backstage FS1. Mia Yim misses with the big boot, and Carmella.
Ought to be careful.
Ooh. Kick to the midsection, and Tegan Knox paid for it. Tegan Knox, Dakota Kai, once known as Team Kick. Tegan to salvo in the NXT invasion. SmackDown here, great double team by the great tag team of Knox and Co. is legal.
Confusion.
And the official on the ball, and it may have cost Kai.
Up right now, very motivated, but it could lead to little errors if you're not careful.
Massive knee injuries in her career. To get to this
Banks with Carmella, with Nikki Cross.
And they're now to the back lady. Carmella from the corner. Shot right to the spine. Cover now.
Is of the utmost importance. Obviously, everyone in NXT is on the same page.
The women's division in NXT, they believe they did that.
Oh, I would certainly agree that to an extent, vital, integral parts of the
That sends Banks back a few steps.
NXT never had anyone like Rhea.
Banks with a slap to the first ever NXT UK Women's Champion. As bad as they come. In the women's division, NXT and WWE for years to come, in my estimation. Sasha rolls through yet again. Rhea, though, back to her feet, shoves Banks into the Ripley and Banks.
Oh, it's breaking down here.
The official NXT. No doubt that Friday Night SmackDown on Fox is the Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross going at it.
And the eyes of the WWE Universe wide open, and they have succeeded right now.
Dakota, of course, from Auckland, New Zealand. Tony Gurria would be proud. Runs into the kick from Carmella, and now Mia Yim, who went through a hellacious leg, and the women of NXT. And now Dana Brooke takes out Ripley.
Impressive athleticism by Rhea Ripley, but the boss with
the boss, Sasha Banks, and Dakota Kai. We talked to T as well. Rolls through, got caught, big kick by Kai.
Dakota Kai's got something to prove that not only herself, but the NXT.
While the SmackDown women back in the ring as the NXT women would attack and the ball again high. It's about brand supremacy. It's about representing your team.
Nikki Cross picked up a victory.
As did the Undisputed Era.
Well, I don't think NXT is here to play. NXT is here to fight.
Number one show, SmackDown on Fox, is sponsored by... Learn more at keystoprogress.com. On his mind, what does he have to say about the Fiend Bray Wyatt? Longest running pay-per-view behind WrestleMania, and the key to Survivor Series wrinkle this year, because for the first time ever on the men's and women's side, people in the ring, triple threat style at the same time.
It is going to be
takes place a week from Sunday, Chicago, streaming live on the Double Series.
Time for you to get down on your knees.
Say tonight, because of his run-in last week with the Fiend Bray Wyatt, the new universe.
Oh yeah, Philly! Miz TV, and boy, have I been looking forward to this one. Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, won the Universal Championship. And then just last week, ladies and gentlemen, please get up out of your seats for...
Daniel Bryan has been wrestling with his inner self as of late. Last week, here on Friday Night SmackDown, Daniel Bryan was in a
You don't want to... And you want to move forward with us. What?
Daniel, I'm going to cut right to the chase. Silent treatment. Look, I understand we don't see eye to eye. Why do you think out of all the WWE superstars in that... You don't want to tell me what you think? Unstable. He sees you're not the same superstar you were 10 years ago. On who you are, you're confused. You have no idea who you are. I don't have any idea who you are. Begs and pleads the audience to chant yes, yes, yes. Or are you... And I think he wants to be the...
But the reason why I was quiet, TV has always sucked. You're right. I'm not the Daniel Bryan stuff. And for sure, I'm mentally unstable. But there's one passion. The passion that led me to overback
this 100 times.
Shut your mouth! Shut your mouth! And combine. As well, and we've never seen anything like him or what's in charge. He's unstable, and there is nobody better to fight a mentally unstable person.
That'll never ever end.
It's very rude to speak about another person when they're... I know being confused is a very scary feeling. Or maybe he did it to remind you, don't
you. Because...
Or maybe he just wants...
Let's see what we got.
Now this get in there.
This.
You want to come play?
Hurt. Come on, Daniel.
No.
Yes!
No. With you and your puppets, because I see what you're trying to do. You're trying, and you or the Fiend or whoever it was that attacked me. So Bray.
Well, Brian, to that I guess I'd have.
Yes! 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 Yes!
It'll be Daniel Brunson Championship at Survivor
Series. Bryan and the Fiend for the Universal title.
Fargo Center, the entire universe shifted around Daniel Bryan champion. He is Bray Wyatt.